So this video is about the trainings that I took to get to 6 figures in real estate. Training is imperative. Support, coaching, all that is imperative. But specifically, guys, I just want to share, since I am really focusing on helping people build the back end of their business through our CEO of real estate coaching model, is really understanding that you have to have the training necessary to grow. Training expands your capacity. So I want to talk to you about some of the trainings that I took in my first couple of years as an agent and how it helped me. One of them was sales training. We're in a sales-based business. Everybody, I don't understand how people say, I don't want to sound salesy. Ma'am, sir, you are in a sales-based business. You don't want to sound salesy, but don't forget you're in sales. We have to ask for the business. We have to prospect for the business. And we have to also be able to be comfortable in that. Then the next training is on lead generation, lead follow-up. Having the right amount of leads in your business is instrumental. I did a lot of training with an organization that talked about sales leads in systems. Systems is the next thing. You got to have systems in your business. Invest in training that's going to show you how to be a better salesperson, train you how to get more leads, and how to develop systems in your business. One of the things that we do in our monthly membership is we help people develop systems for working with buyers, systems for working with sellers, so that they can experience success through systems. The other trainings that I took were client management. You have to be able to curate a great customer service experience for people to want to do business with you. And here's what I learned. When I became a realtor, I noticed that people's value was their presence. Listen, if you've seen any of the other videos, you've seen that I don't work after 5 and I don't work on the weekend. So my presence ain't always going to be where you want it to be. So I had to figure out how to be valuable or add value to people in absence of my actual presence. So now, the reason why that is important and what that will do for your business is you got to create a uniform customer experience that is not dependent on you, and you got to be able to build a team that services that client so that client is supported at all levels. Guess why? Because you can't be everywhere at once. And there's no way that you can show a house today and then I could call you today and say, I want to see a house, and you can show me. You're already busy. So what happens is, if you say to your client, let's just using that as an example. And when I sit down with clients and I do a buyer consultation, I let them know, like, hey, we use a showing agent model. When you work with me, you're going to have a dedicated liaison that's just going to help you through the showing process. They're going to walk with you hand to hand. They have curated buyer experiences and they are trained with you in mind. They're going to help you make decisions around which house is best for you and why. And they're going to ultimately help you get into a house that really is reflective of your family's goal. Now, does that sound like I don't want to show houses? But if you know me, you know that I don't like showing houses. So when I present that option of the showing agent, which are part of my business models, I'm not saying I ain't showing houses because I don't like to show houses. No, I'm curating an experience, because when I think about I don't like showing houses, I'm thinking about how much that is going to affect the client experience. And if I want my clients to have the best experience, why not get a person that I can partner with that loves showing houses? I love paperwork, contracts, negotiating, holding deals together. I like that. I like business, right? So I really thrive in numbers-driven environments. I like data. That's why I got into coaching, because I just started studying data and watching trends and watching agents do different things and figuring out, like, oh, if I see this data, they could have did it this way. And that's how my brain works. So, but I still love real estate. So I said, how can I leverage out this piece? And why this is important is because if you go to different trainings, you're going to learn that when people get to the heights of their real estate career, typically they're going to trade off things that as a new agent, you would not be even willing to think about trading off. But when you get into the client experience, it's not about you and what you like. It's about what's going to create the best experience for your clients. So I have clients, and this is how I know I've hit it, is when they love the showing experience and they say, Cheesette, you didn't let nothing go undone. Because on the back end, I'm a back end person. So I'm going to work on everything that's on the back end, because that's just where my strengths are. Now, the reason why that's important, because if you're trying to grow your business, this is going to be something that you need to have practice around. Our membership program, these are the things we're going to be talking about: sales, leads, systems, customer experience, client experience, those kind of different things. The next one is operations. My God, in Zion, please get some operations training. Your business is a Fortune 500 company, even if you have never sold a house before. It is a Fortune 500 company. Learn how to set it up like one from day one. It is harder to go establish your business once it's established than it is to set it up right from the first place. And when I say set it up right, my God, like have an operating account, have an expense account, have a savings account, a tax account. Prepare for these things operationally that you know your clients are going to need. If you know that you have transactions, part of your operations is you're either going to work with a transaction manager or you're going to have systems in place to support you through through transaction management, or else you're going to spend all your time servicing buyers and sellers that you're never going to have time to go find new buyers and sellers. So if you can find a great operations course, I suggest you take that. Last thing is CEO training. Oh my gosh. Over the next 2 years, I'm going to roll out a lot of CEO training, but one of the first CEO trainings I went to changed my life. They were in there talking about profit and loss, the cost of a lead, the cost of having a team, the cost of not lead generating. And oh my gosh, I got so much data out of that. Even though I wasn't functioning as a CEO at that time, people grow into the conversations you have around them. I was aware of where I needed to go, and I began to make the adjustments, and little by little I got there. So here's the reason for this video. My membership program has all of these trainings and more, and a community around it. And you're going to learn how to have these systems, how to create these systems, how to have the structure necessary in your business operationally to have it flow. Because here's the thing. We are not just realtors. So when I talk about people being a CEO, the CEO works on the business. The real estate sales professional works in the business. Two different things: in the business, on the business. I have a day of the week that I just work on the business. That's the thought process of what do I want to produce? Who do I want to come in contact with? What do I want to be in 5 years? What do I need to do today to get there? That's not cold calling and lead generation, but I have days that I have to do cold calling and lead generation because the business still needs the clients. And when you can tap into a membership that's going to give you all of that and more for the price that our coaching for the price that our membership program is, I think you've experienced a win-win, because you're going to get access to everything that I've done to build my business. But not only that, you're going to get access to it in a way where it's going to help you build it for you. See, it's one thing to say to somebody, this is my system, take it and build it. It's another thing to say, here are my parameters. Here's how I built this, and here's what can work for you. And now you have guideposts on how to build something that's strictly working for you, because what works for me may not work for you. I also want to state that what works for you at one stage in your business, they may not work for you at another stage. When I was in the beginning of my business, I worked day, night, all of that. And when I tell people I don't work after 5 o'clock, it's not because I don't want to work after 5 o'clock. It's because I've been at work all day, and my kids deserve a mom that's present. They're home. I need to be with them. And during the week, what we got time for? Dinner, a quick chat, and then it's bed. On the weekends is when they get full access to their mother, and they deserve that just like the clients do. So my thing is, I'm not going to shortchange them, but how do I build a system, a business that's based on systems to where I can have a big business without having to sacrifice time with my family to have it? That's what our membership program is going to do for you. So if you haven't clicked that link, if you're not on the waiting list, if you haven't signed up, you need to get and do that now. Because if you're working all day and all night and still not seeing the results, something is wrong. You should not, you might have to work hard to a point. When you start anything, you're going to work hard for the first couple of years. We get that. But if you're at year 3 and you still working 60, 70 hours a week, you need a coach. You need to be in a program that's going to help you develop the system so that you can make money without having to burn it at both ends. You shouldn't be overwhelmed by real estate. I can't tell you the number of realtors I see. I'm so busy. I'm so busy. I'm so busy. And then people come to me, they're like, you're so busy. And I be like, I ain't busy at all. You might hear me take a couple phone calls here and there, but I'm in air condition and I'm sitting down somewhere. You can believe that. So it's not, real estate is not hard. It's simple. It's just not easy. And when I say it's simple, there's a path that if you follow it, it'll get you the results that you want. But so many times our pride says we know everything. We don't need to hear somebody tell us what to do. And then what happens is when your kids grow up and all they know about you is that you work, and then you wonder why they don't want to be in the family business. Why you think when my kids tell me they want to be a realtor, I get so happy, right? And here's the thing, I don't care if they be realtors. I don't think they want to even be realtors. But what that shows me is they see what I do as something that adds value to our family. And that lets me know that I'm giving them the right image. And here's the thing, I want everybody to have the ability to do that. I don't want you to be limited and have to deal with other limitations in your life because you choose to have a business. The membership program is going to really help get you focused on the activities that make you money so that you can start scaling back, getting leverage, and getting your time back. I don't know about you, but I got into this business for time freedom. I didn't just get into this business for money. You can have a whole bunch of money and nobody to share it with. I don't want to have a Rolls Royce and don't got nobody to be on the passenger side and be like, girl, you look cool driving that Rolls Royce. I don't want to do that. So my thing is, if this is you, if this resonates with you in any way, tap in. Click on that link. Join our membership program.